More than half of the second day of the LV County Championship match at Headingley between Yorkshire and Northamptonshire was lost to the weather, but there was still time for the home side to take control and for Joe Root to close in on his third first-class 100. After bowling Northamptonshire out for 253 on day one, Yorkshire resumed when play finally got underway at 4 o'clock on 27 without loss, and Adam Lyth was soon making up for lost time, hitting both Andrew Hall and Lee Daggett for early boundaries. However, in only the second over of the day, he went for another 4, but edged a cut behind to go for a breezy 25, made off only 22 deliveries. Daggett was soon celebrating again by trapping Phil Jakes in front for 3. The Australian had already had 1 life, but now had to go with a total on 54 for 2. Root 2 should have been out soon afterwards, but he was dropped by Hall in the slips off David Willey when on 25. And that turned out to be an expensive miss. Yorkshire were clearly in a positive mood to try to make up for lost time, and although Root was largely defensive to begin with, he did unleash some fine shots in partnership with Andrew Gale. Gale was the third man out with a score on 96. His wicket was the maiden one in the first-class game for 18-year-old Ollie Stone, who was making his debut. LBW, the mode of dismissal. Yorkshire were thankful that the ECB had given Jonny Bairstow permission to play in this game, as he looked for time at the crease ahead of the third test in Birmingham next week. He found the pace and length of the bowling of Hall and Stone a little easier to play than the short stuff from the tourists. But Bairstow had to play second fiddle to Root, who himself has already hit 100 this season against the West Indies with the England Lions. He'd struck only 3 fours in his 89-ball half-century here, but he then opened up, striking a whole host of boundaries all around the wicket with some gorgeous shots. It was an innings which was quickly turning the game in his side's favour as he and Bairstow started to pile on the runs at an excellent rate. Root, however, did have a second life before the close. David Murphy had more than one opportunity to stump him off James Middlebrook's leg side slider, but the keeper just couldn't bring the ball under control, and Root survived on 83. And with the day ending in glorious sunshine, that meant that these two could see out the day, with Root closing in on what would be an excellent 100, and one which has taken his side ahead of this game at the halfway stage. He needs only 2 more runs for his century on the third morning, after which Yorkshire will want to continue to bat freely to earn a big first innings advantage. With Bairstow still there on 36, this pair have added 94 in only 20 overs so far, and will now go again on 190 for 3, just 63 runs behind.